From my beefy home desktop setup all the way down to this compact 14-inch notebook laptop, 2 screens, sleek designs, and some very questionable design choices all adds to make this laptop. Oh, and my name's Cam, and here's my opinions on it. This laptop weighs in at just 1.5 kilograms and fits into basically anything, from just a really nice simple backpack all the way to a nice tote bag. When you first open the laptop, you'll see that this stand lifts the main chassis up. This is very helpful for airflow, allowing the single air vent under the laptop to breathe. It also lifts up the keyboard by 4.5 degrees, allowing for a nice wrist placement with the screen coming up by a total of 7 degrees. Now, as of the screen, it has a comfortable 400 nit brightness with just enough brightness for literally any situation. It's also a 1080p IPS panel display, and also being touchscreen on both the lower and the main screen. Now, this laptop does actually allow up to an 8K display, although for most use cases I'd personally stick to 1080p. This allows for not much stress to be put upon the CPU. This is, of course, if you have one of the cheaper models. If you do have one of the ones with dedicated GPU, then you might as well just go for it. You can connect a second display using the USB-C/Thunderbolt ports, or also using the built-in HDMI port, and simply shows up as just another panel, as does the smaller lower screen. However, we'll get into ports a bit later into this video. Now, of course, moving on with screens, down to the features of the lower screen, also known as a ScreenPad Plus, as a 12.6-inch display, and Asus even made a sidebar with it which allows you to have many settings you can explore. My personal favourite one being where you can create task groups. This allows you to have a custom layout of your apps that you like, and with one tap of a button it will load all of those apps up in that exact order. All you do is press the 4 dot symbol and press the new button. This will come up with different layouts that you can use, and once selecting you can capture your own. From there it will then allow you to open all those apps exactly in that layout, as mentioned before. Now, as you can see, a trackpad on this laptop is in a very unusual place compared to any I've ever seen before. As you can see, it's on the right of the keyboard instead of underneath the keyboard. Now, this is due to the previously mentioned ScreenPad Plus. The ScreenPad is usually where the keyboard would be, and the trackpad would usually be under that. However, with the screen being there, it means the keyboard has to be pushed down, and it makes less space for the trackpad, so they pushed it off to the right. And surprisingly, it's also very easy to get used to. Now, if you do purchase one of the more expensive models, unlike mine, I've literally the cheapest model you can buy. If you look to the top right of your trackpad, you will see a little icon. If you press it, it will turn your trackpad into an actual numpad. For some, that may be helpful. For me personally, I don't have a use for it, so it's fine. Right above the trackpad, you'll see 3 buttons. On the far left, there is a button that allows you to switch your apps around from the lower to the main display and vice versa. Over on the far right, there's a very handy on and off button. Now, this button tends to help when you want to turn a laptop on or off. Finally, out of those 3 buttons, there is the middle button. This button gives you 3 ScreenPad options: turn on, hide, and turn off. Now, this can allow you to save on battery if you have it turned off. And with this model specifically, I found the battery isn't the best. However, I do use it pretty intensively throughout the day with video editing, and even so, it does pull through a day. Only just, but it does. On the other hand, if you're concerned about your battery consumption, I'd recommend turning off the backlit keyboard when you're not using it. This can be done by pressing the F7 key, which gives you 4 backlit feature settings. These being an off setting, a low brightness setting, medium brightness, and full brightness. Personally, I never go above the lowest brightness. Even when it's pitch black, you can still see it perfectly clear with simply the first setting. And in my opinion, it's simply a waste of battery to go above that. However, as I am currently writing this script, it seems that Microsoft Word barely drains this battery at all. Well, there you go. For some more features, this laptop comes pre-installed with the My Asus app, which allows you to dive deep into your laptop's performance, such as viewing your exact fan speed, CPU performance, and even goes as far to show your laptop's battery health, just like your iPhone. We don't talk about my battery health. Just don't mention it, okay? We don't talk about that. The My Asus app also comes with some handy features allowing you to change your microphone/audio settings, such as for the built-in microphone, it has noise reduction settings that you can change. Here's what the inbuilt microphone sounds like on all 4 of its settings, as well as using the inbuilt camera, so you can have a look at that.
Hey, my name's Cam, and I'm here to tell you about this crazy dual screen laptop. Hey, my name's Cam, and I'm here to tell you about this crazy dual screen laptop. Hey, my name's Cam, and I'm here to tell you about this crazy dual screen laptop. Hey, my name's Cam, and I'm here to tell you about this crazy dual screen laptop.
Please feel free to let me know which one you think sounds the best in the comments down below. For the camera itself, standard, it is simply just awful. However, for your insanity, I did post-process that with OBS, which allowed me to mess around with the settings of the face cam before you get to see it, because trust me, it's so bad. It comes pre-built in with 720p 30 FPS face cam. This one that you're currently seeing, I bought for £10 2 years ago, and it works. It's not very good, but it works. However, even with the settings messed about, it needs some insanely bright lighting conditions to actually capture any detail whatsoever. But here's a silent clip of the actual face cam, just so that you can see it. Maybe don't buy this if you're going to do video calls. Now for the speakers, they are 100% the loudest laptop speakers I've ever heard, and I'm not joking, they are genuinely insane. But in my opinion, they're incredibly bassy, they're incredibly loud, and they're just all around pretty good. Now, of course, headphones are still an option, with a 3.5mm jack on the right side of the chassis, or you can also use the inbuilt Bluetooth for your AirPods or other products. Next to it, you can see a full-size 2.0 USB port, and sadly no 3.0 port, unless I've got that the wrong way around, then my bad. Although we do have an SD card slot, which is nice to see. Moving to the other side, we have a full-size HDMI port, as well as two USB Type-C ports, which also work as Thunderbolt ports, which can be both used for charging this laptop. And to do that, it comes with a Type-C charger that you simply plug into the mains. Personally, I found using any other cables but the one it came with is just incredibly slow, and I've noticed that it will also give you a slow charge warning. The same happens if you try and charge it through a power bank, for example, because yes, I have tried that, I don't ask. Now, this laptop does come with a pen. Now, personally, I haven't found a use for this thing. However, what I have found is that the angle of the pen actually indicates how thick the brush size is on, like, paint, for example. One of the biggest downsides to this is that there is only one place that I found that will make it actually stick to the laptop, and that's on the back of it. I kind of wish there was somewhere better to put it. I don't know what to do with it. It kind of just sits on my shelf. Now, it also comes with a neat looking bag. As you can see, I use this, it's like all dented and everything, and you can also fit like a hard drive in it, for example, as well as the laptop, obviously. The cover fits the laptop very nicely and magnetically also snaps together. However, if you are traveling all the time, I'm not entirely sure how safe this would be. I do use it for traveling all the time, but I don't know, it's probably not the safest if you drop it. But it's definitely a nice thing for it to come with. Now, I know I've thoroughly enjoyed making this video, and I hope you've thoroughly enjoyed watching this video, and if so, make sure to hit the like button, and also view the videos on the screen now. And I'll see you there.